and people are going to connect and be like, sorry, was it you that was blasting me on the group chat?
Well, the person who forgot it should come with like a 4-course steak meal. Like, just be a jackass about it. Show up with like a food truck.
That would be hysterical. Rent a food truck with the bell and the horns and clowns.
Forgot. Yeah, exactly. Like,
but why does the person that's complaining have to be such a jerk? Like, there's no harm, there's no foul, nobody died, nobody's starving.
Right.
It's like, wow, it's too bad you forgot. That's it, and you move on.
It's
I
not
would
worthy
absolutely.
of anything.
I would lambaste the person that complained. Oh, my kid that really needs that orange slice and granola bar. Just, you're off the team. Sorry.
It might actually be means for a cut in-house league soccer, because it was awkward, like, for everyone. You can tell everyone's reading it and be like, this is really weird that we're complaining about snack.
The guy could have pulled a move, though, a legendary move. Said, guys, I forgot, but meet me at the Dairy Queen around the corner on me. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But for somebody to complain, they should be removed from the team, because if they're going to complain about that, there's more down the road. It just never ends.
That's my concern. What's coming next? What's coming next? Because
well, what are you talking about? You're bringing this to air. She's going to walk right up to you and be in your
trouble. I'm getting scissor kicked the next time I walk.
No, you're going to go in that group chat and be like, how dare you bring it up on national TV and live on YouTube?
It's everywhere now, man. There's no point. It's at 5 o'clock too. Like, this is prime time, man. I didn't sneak this in at the end of the show. This is getting around.
This is fine.
But I couldn't believe it. And my wife and I were talking. We're like, I cannot believe what I'm witnessing here. These are adults losing it over a snack that was forgotten.
There only should have been one thing. As soon as she wrote in to whatever the mild complaint or whatever, well, someone should have just wrote, get over it, end of story.
Yeah, I know, but then
because that's the only thing to say. Just get over it and move on. Because if you give it some air and some life, they just take it to the next level.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's what you have to ask. Are you really that offended? Does your kid care that much?
We're all
just get over it.
It's neighborhood kids walking home, and there's snacks at home. I'm certain that there's snacks at home.
It wasn't a soccer camp that ran 8 hours. Like, it was a 1-hour game.
Local park. They're running around for half an hour doing cartwheels and going home.
I think you got to stand up and say.
You got to tell the complainer to stuff it. One more comment.
You
You're
need
off
to
the team.
relax now, because I'll drag you out here and you could do it. I'm not doing anything, but I'm going to bring it.
You know when you write back
passive aggressive.
Why don't you go in the group? Well, you want to hear some nightmare fuel? Go on the group chat and said, adding one more, and it's me.
Jeff
Put me
O'Neill
on
says, stuff it.
I found a trainer for the team. I'm adding him in. And it's you.
And you just start.
O-Dog added to the group chat.
Yeah.
Fire away, peeps. You want to complain about no oranges for your kid? Sorry. There's too many other problems in the world.
Way too many. Way too many. It was a great night. Beautiful weather. Come on now. All right, Johnny's coming up here in a moment. I feel like we need to let him know that the O-Dog has basically got Darth Vader on us. Yeah, this is like, Anakin Skywalker at 4 o'clock, and now you're Darth Vader.
Don't go in too deep. Bring him in here. I want to invite him into my world. See if he's in.
Okay. Do we have Johnny on the line?
Yeah.
I believe we do. All right. Here's Mike Johnson, our TSN hockey analyst. Johnny, brace yourself. Brace yourself. Okay. Darth Vader wants to say something to you. Go ahead,
Johnny. I've got a potential topic, and I want to see if you'll jump on board with a little secret society group that I'm creating, and it's called the Run It Back group. Is there anything that I can tell you to make you join Team Run It Back, or are you completely done?
Well, it's not much of a secret society if we're asking about, but other than that, I could, yes, of course you could. It's not even a hard sell. It's depending on the contractual situations that you're going to offer up due to this membership of this very exclusive group.
I just have to, I got to say, I was joking, and you make me sick that you're on board with this.
I don't think you are joking. Yeah. I don't think you are. I know Johnny's not.
Oh, tell me this.
Well, Johnny, let me first tell you where this originated from. I just get the sense in this market where it takes about this amount of time, which is approximately 10 days, for the Run It Back group to come alive. It's like a Michael Jackson Thriller video. They come out of the ground and they're like, it's okay, there's nothing. Like, it's crazy how they want to get rid of everybody, and then 10 days later it's like, let's just run it back.
Temperature drops, move on to other things, sort of become disinterested, maybe have a little perspective. But, if you were to tell me, okay, let's say John Tavares, I'm going to come back for 2 years at $4 million. Okay, so he's no longer core 4. He's just your third-line center. And if Mitch Marner says, okay, I'll do 7 years and 10-5.
Yeah, but Johnny, let me just interrupt with the
He's
Tavares.
not taking less than.
Hang on a second here. This has gone on. This is stupid. This is the oranges chat.
You're the one who came up with the secret society. I thought we were making deals.
Well, I know, but when it comes to Tavares, people are attaching the dollar value to him, where it's just you have to do it at that number. But come playoff time, he's still got to go out on the ice and perform. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if he gets matched up against Lundell next year? He'll just get chewed up alive at 35 years old.
He won't have to, because Lundell's going to be a second-line center because Sam Bennett's going to leave, and he's going to get whoever that third-line center is, and he can handle whoever, some random, minimum guy.
But can he? We all think that.
Well, he can with the money you're going to spend on the rest of the roster, because you're going to save $7 million a year on him.
But what if the team you're playing against, that third-line center, is a bastard to play against?
Well, then, okay. Well, the point is, how are you going to? What's the alternative? You let him walk. Totally understand. I'm just. You let him walk. So now you're going to fill your second and third line center job for approximately $12 million. How is that going to happen? So I'm not saying it's the perfect solution, but it might be the best one you have available. That's sort of feasible that you could maybe work out. That's the reality. What we want to happen, what we think should happen, might not equate to what can actually happen. And that is, you can go get Matt Duchene. He's not going to come here. But, Michael Granlund to be your second-line center, and Tavares. These are the options you have. Brock Nelson, who's 34, and you're going to give him 6 or 7 years to be your second-line center. And I like Brock Nelson. I don't know if that's a better alternative. There's not a lot of other guys out there. So, I'm on team, no, change is necessary. But if you start evaluating the market and what's out there, especially with Tavares, and he's willing to take a deal that's well below his market value because he wants to stay in this market, he specifically would be someone you think about just third-line centerman. He wins 60% of his face-offs. You're not counting on, I know Florida does, but generally speaking, you don't count on your third-line center to get more than maybe 20 goals and maybe 45 points. He would obviously vastly outproduce that, and maybe even in the playoffs he gets half a point a game, would vastly outproduce usual third-line centerman. You got to adjust what we think he is to what he actually would be, which would be a depth contributor, which he probably would be pretty good at for a couple of years. Now, I don't want to give him 4 years or 5 years because he's not going to be as good 4 years, 5 years now. But if you can get it short, I think that's a conversation you got to have.
Well, I think. The way you're saying that is the way I could see Brad Treliving saying it or seeing it, and I think why stop there?
Because it's accurate.
Well, and then you just continue with Marner.